Hey, hello, hi. I am Professor Bone, and we are going to be learning about specifically what a femboy is. Because a lot of people think that femboy is just femboy, feminine boy. And that may be true, but there is more to it. So I'm going to explain about, well, the differences between a femboy and a twink. Because I think that is a well, very simple way to explain a lot of it. Because femboy, by definition, is a feminine boy, a boy that expresses many feminine traits, making them more feminine. Now, I don't know if this is officially what it would be, but I think a femboy also is intentionally doing that. Intentionally being more feminine than other men. So, if it's intentional, that makes a striking difference to a twink. Because, by definition, a twink is a slender, tall, I guess. Well, not tall. I guess slender, thin. Slender, thin, gay man. So, with what I'm thinking, if it's a slender, gay man, then going against a slender, gay man, is it gay to be a femboy? Certainly it's feminine. Is it gay? By definition, no. So, is it gay to be a twink? Yes. Because you have to be gay to be a twink. So, if we go over and we just look between them, what's the intention of a femboy? To be more feminine. What's the intention of a twink? The intention of a twink isn't to be more feminine, but to just, I don't know, they don't have an intention. They're just chilling. And I think that because of this, that would mean, to me at least, that a femboy is intentional, while a twink is not. They just happen to be body shape and act a little more feminine than others. But, this is big but, I'm thinking. I'm not a femboy. So, I'm thinking, if we go over and we look at femboys, since they're intentional, they're intentional. That's what we got. It's an intentional acting more feminine to be more feminine. But a twink isn't. So, if you classify a twink as a twink, I don't think you can classify yourself as a twink. You could say, oh, I look like a twink, or I act like a twink. But I think you specifically need to be called a twink by someone else to be a twink. And I think that's where the biggest difference comes from, is not only the more feminine nature of the femboy, but the twink being a term given by someone else, a title. You are given that title by someone else, not yourself. But with a femboy, you can say, oh, I'm a femboy. It's more of, oh, I am this. This title is, I choose to be this. And anyone can be a femboy then. As long as you're, I guess, male. So that's a little bit of a thing you gotta do. Like, it's not guaranteed. I mean, I've heard that non-binary people can be considered femboys if they choose to be. I don't know how many have this viewpoint, or if this is officially in the definition. I think maybe in Urban Dictionary it is. But what I think is the big difference is that a twink is unintentionally being feminine, and thus is given that title, while a femboy is being feminine to have that title and be feminine. So the difference is pretty simple. One is you strive to be a femboy, or you just happen to be a twink. And femboys aren't necessarily gay, but twinks are. And if you actually think for a second, this is pretty simple. This is very simple fembology. This is fembology 101. What's the difference between a twink and a femboy? Now, a femboy is also vastly more feminine. Like, think Astolf. How do you say it? How do you say it? Astolfo. I think that's how you say it. But a twink, since it's not striving to be feminine, is most commonly not as feminine. Think more Seer from like Apex Legends. He is kind of a twink. I say it. Yeah, he's a twink. My voice is being like fucked up. I gotta just give me a second. Dr. Brown will be back with you in 2 seconds. Hey, how are you? Yeah. So, femboys are more feminine. Twinks are a little less feminine, but still have feminine attributes, and are very lean. Apparently. As well, a femboy isn't necessarily gay, but it can be. But can a femboy be a twink? Well, if a twink is a given title, and a femboy isn't, but can be, then femboy can absolutely be a twink, because someone else can call a femboy a twink. So, let's put this in. So if they have to be gay, it's be specifically a gay femboy, and they have to, I guess, not necessarily, because since it's a given title, they have to be a slender person, a lean or slender person, to, fit in with this. So most commonly, a lean, slender femboy that I guess maybe won't be as feminine, like slightly less feminine than the average, will be considered both a femboy and a twink. But if we get a twink that is a femboy, well, obviously, since there's a femboy that is a twink, there's got to be a twink that's a femboy. And here's how I think. I think if a twink is a femboy, then they turn into a femboy. They're originally a femboy. Like, it's just, like, you got a femboy over here, and a twink over here, and twink is, like, previous to femboy. It's how you see yourself. So if the femboy is after the twink, then it's gradually becoming more feminine, because a twink is slightly less feminine than a twink is less feminine than a femboy. And that's because, well, femboys are intentionally trying to be more and more feminine. Like, A twink and a femboy might both shave their legs, but a femboy will try to make it as feminine as possible. They're getting the pink razor. Now, when you think of a femboy, think of like Alstolfa, or I don't know. Maybe you're looking at femboy porn, but when you think of a twink, it's also porn. It's also porn. Yeah, it's also porn. But a femboy isn't necessarily gay. There can be many straight femboys. That's a very common thing. But once you have a gay femboy, it can easily become a twink. And once you have a twink, it can easily be a femboy. Because a femboy is just more of a self thing, while a twink is a given title. Ah, seed. My seed. Just so. Hey, how are you? There, back into this. Now. Oh shit. With a femboy, since you are more feminine than a twink, are you considered more of a... Should I put this? Is a twink less feminine? I think the answer is yes and no. Because a twink can be very feminine or very unfeminine. It's a kind of a bell curve. A lot of twinks are kind of in the middle, while femboys are like more on the end. Then you got like, I guess, a normal guy on the very beginning. But not all twinks are in the middle, some are at the end. And that's because some are even more feminine than standard twinks. And some femboys, some femboys be at the beginning. Like, they just don't be like, they don't be like acting well. Like, they might be like shaving their legs. Like, they don't got the long hair, which you don't need long hair. You might not get that feminine actions. They don't got feminine actions or something. Like, it's very simple. Or they don't have a feminine voice at all. Like, they just use this voice, this one that I'm using right now. They use this one. Or their normal voice, because this is an even deeper one than my normal voice, so I just... But anyway, hey. A femboy, this is a femboy, it isn't necessarily gay. That's what we've learned so far. And a twink has to be gay. So if you're a twink, you gay. But if you're a femboy, then you don't gotta be gay. You just gotta be feminine. And it's more of a self thing. But what is a femboy? Let's expand more on that. Femboy isn't gay. Does it have to be straight? No. Does it have to be? It can be literally any part of that spectrum. It can be gay, straight, I guess non-binary. Because, I still don't know about that. I don't know if that's official. Since we're talking about femboys, I don't think anything is official, but, I feel like official would be considered by most. I don't know if it is considered by most. But a twink has to be gay. A twink has to be slender. Be considered a twink. But a femboy doesn't. But man. Now I'm thinking it, damn, being a femboy is way easier now. And a twink Why am I talking about twinks? No, this is a femboy video. We're on fembology. Fembology. First class of fembology. That's what you're in. A Dr. Bowen. Not a doctor, I'm a professor. I'm very bad at this. Sorry. Now, a femboy is a feminine man, or non-binary person, I guess, that like they portray themselves in a very feminine way. Now that we've talked about femboys and twinks, what is a subcategory of a femboy that is very common, actually, and most people actually talk about it a little bit? A trap. This is a femboy that intentionally or non-intentionally goes out with men. The men think they're women. This is most likely because they are very fucking good femboys. Like, they are just great at this shit. Like, they're hot as fuck, I guess. Or they just look like a woman. Now, a trap has to be gay. If they're not, then, like, I don't know what they're fucking doing. But there's a trap. There's a trap. There's a trap. Need to be. You know, let's stop talking about traps for a second. What is a femboy? A femboy is a feminine man. Doesn't necessarily have to be gay, but just very feminine. So, are you a femboy? I wonder. I kinda wonder. But, since, like, let's think more on what they wear. Femboy versus twink. A twink will pick more androgynous clothes. I don't know, maybe overalls or leggings. Well, not a twink, femboy is probably going to choose a skirt or dress. And this is very common because, I guess, well, it's a more feminine thing to wear more feminine things like skirts and dresses. But a femboy, by definition, is more feminine than a lot of things. They have to be really feminine to be considered a good femboy. And a good femboy, basically women. Just a second. Hey, how are you? Yeah, a femboy, they wear much more feminine things. But a twink doesn't wear as many feminine things. But I feel like I've gotten across the point of what a femboy is already. A femboy is doesn't matter if they're gay or straight, non-binary or anything. A femboy is a feminine boy. Feminine boy. You're just a feminine boy. It doesn't matter if you go B-O-I or B-I. B-O-Y. B-O-I or B-O-Y. Boy. But if you have a femboy and you have a twink, how can you tell the difference between them without asking? A femboy, well, a femboy is very feminine. And you might not even notice that they're a boy. Because a femboy sometimes doesn't want you to know. Maybe sneaky beaky like that. But a twink ability, it'll be very easy to tell if they're a boy. Because they will be less feminine, and most likely, they're not going to be the one wearing the skirt. Because you're the one wearing the skirt. Yeah, but the femboy is easily more feminine. And you can easily tell which one's a femboy and which is a twink. Unless it's a very feminine twink. Now, since the video is basically already over, I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. Now, this is a very different upload. And it's basically just a gays ranting about femboys. But I think this is going to be more of what I post about them. It's going to be femboligy 101, I guess. Though I think femboligy 101 is literally just considered the first. Sorry, Toad. Do you have any... Oh, I picked up the other seeds. 2 of them. This saddens me. Very much. But... Yeah, I've messed up upload times. So, like, I haven't uploaded in a month or so. I think that's considered bad boy behavior. So, I'm gonna try to upload within the next week my next class on fembology, which I think is considered fembology 102, I think. But, damn, people be outside my room, man. They making noise. I don't do that outside people's rooms. It's kind of annoying. But, yeah, I'm gonna be making my next class, which is gonna be, I think it's gonna be better than this one, though. It's just gonna be better than that. Yeah, but I think my next class is gonna be better. Because I know a lot on this subject. But if you have any class ideas, please inform me of what you think would be a wonderful idea in the comments below. And I would love to learn more. If you have any subject that you want me to talk about, I would love to learn with you and teach you as much as I know. But the next class, I bet you're wondering exactly what it is. Well, it's very simple, and what a lot of femboy YouTubers talk about first on their first video. I really needed you to understand what a femboy is first, because a lot of people don't understand. But by definition, I'm telling you, because a femboy isn't necessarily gay. But if you like femboys, you're gay. Well, no matter what, if you like or not like femboys, you're gay. Because if you don't like femboys, then you don't like feminine things, feminine people. But if you do like femboys, you like a guy, so you're gay. Very simple. Oh my god, now it's raining? Seriously? But our next class, I'm going to be talking about femboy apparel. Yeah, apparel. How femboys dress. And what to do for making a femboy outfit. It's very simple. Very, very simple. And I'll give you a sneak peek, a sneak little mini lesson before that on apparel. Just match your fucking clothes. And also, here's another femboy tip. Learn how to do masculine stuff as well. If you just know how to do feminine things, then, like, you're gonna be the guy over there not knowing how to fucking tie some knots or something. Like just, I don't know. Learn that stuff too. Like, you don't want to be useless while camping. You don't want to be useless while doing anything. You don't want to just look pretty. You want to be cool too. But this is most talking about clothes. You should know how to dress like a guy too. Which is very simple. Put on a nice dress shirt, some nice dress shoes, some dress pants, maybe some suspenders, or just a tie. And it's perfect. But anyway, remember, fucking shave. Fucking shave, you dumbass. Shave already. Like, you can't be calling yourself a femboy and then have a fucking beard. Like, if you have just a little bit of stubble, that's fine. Well, you gotta fucking shave every fucking at least 2 days, man. You can't miss that much, man. Shave. For the love of fucking God, shave. But anyway, I hope you learned all you can from Mr. Professor Bone about femboys and what they are. But for now, Professor Bone, I guess I got a vibe. I got a vibe, man. Dealing with you is fucking annoying. I'll see you like in a few days, I guess. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe a fucking week. I'm not your fucking mom. You can do shit by yourself. Now, have a wonderful time. And remember, femboys and catboys are very different. You're a fucking catboy. That's sus. I'm just kidding. You can do whatever you want. Bye. I don't know how to end these videos. I'm barely a YouTuber. I play Minecraft and I talk about gay shit. Have a wonderful evening. Hope. And if you are a femboy, it's very hard to talk about it with other people. So, I don't know, just talk about it to yourself. And, expand upon what a femboy is to you. Because that's kind of what a femboy is. It's a personal thing. Not something everyone can talk about. Because not everyone is a femboy. Because a lot of men, believe it or not, don't like feminine things. Like getting their nails done, just doing their nails by themselves. And a little bit of makeup, which sadly I don't have. I don't know a lot about makeup. Maybe I'll ask my sister about it. That can be a future video. Maybe. But anyway, goodbye. Femboy talk over for the next, I don't know, few days. See you then. We're gonna be talking about clothes then. Clothes are interesting. Good night.